Hi everyone, Troy Gillard, Sheldon Spackman, Josh Hall with you for our weekly review segment. In case you missed it, a look back at some of the biggest local news and sports stories from Red Deer and Central Alberta over the past few days. And guys, obviously the biggest story this week, a much anticipated announcement for Red Deer College. They are finally getting the green light, Josh, to pursue university status.
54 years in the making, Board Chair Morris Flelling said this is as big as a moment as it was when Red Deer College first opened.
Absolutely. Pretty exciting. I mean, you've been around this Red Deer area a long
Yes.
time. It's a pretty big milestone.
It's very exciting for local students. Lots of kids in high school, of course, are going to be very appreciative of that. If they're pursuing a degree of some kind, they'll want to be. They'll soon be able to do all 4 years right here in Red Deer instead of doing it some of it here and some of it elsewhere.
Absolutely. Full story on Thursday's big announcement over at rdnewsNOW.com. Now, school news of a different variety from Friday morning, Josh, with a bit of a scare at Hunting Hills High School.
Yeah, the second sort of lockdown or hold and secure type event at Hunting Hills this year, and fortunately the risk was never actually too dire. There was no weapon involved, police say, and the school division and RCMP are going to release more on Monday, and there's one youth in custody.
Yeah, two similar situations at Hunting Hills in the same school year. Obviously, that has a few people nervous about that. Moving on, a weird story, I guess you could say, that we broke back in November around Remembrance Day. And Josh, I know you had the first scoop on this. Peter Tolth, he's accused of faking being a U.S. military veteran, and now he's actually going to court.
Yeah, well, we didn't really know exactly what was going to happen after the incident took place back in November, but there is actually a section in the criminal code that says you can't do what he did, and so he's now facing some charges, and I believe his file was put over today to a later date, so
Yeah.
We'll see what comes of that.
Yeah, possible resolution coming on that case later in March. We'll keep you posted. Also from court, Jason Close, who was convicted in the 3 murders of his parents and sister at their Castor area farm several years ago, he has filed an appeal, and we'll follow that one closely as it makes its way through the courts. Before we talk a little bit about the Rebels, I know, Sheldon, this weekend you're going to have some other cool local sports stories coming down the pipe.
Yeah, the Red Deer Sportsman and Outdoor Adventure Show is underway at Westerner Park. Runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll pop by there on Saturday, see if we can get a story on that for you. Of course, ACAC playoffs are well underway, and hockey seasons for many local hockey teams in various leagues are wrapping up the regular seasons, and many are well into the playoffs at this point, so we've got tabs on that as well.
Busy weekend for the Rebels, 3 games in 3 days. We'll have the full wrap on that. And Sheldon, the Alberta Sports Hall of Fame announcing their inductees this year, including a former co-worker of yours.
Yes, Diane Fidstad. I'm very happy for her. It was a pleasure to work with her, and it was great news. It was a nice surprise for me, as I'm sure it was obviously for her.
Yeah, absolutely. So great stuff this week, guys, and plenty more coming this weekend, and obviously next week, and more to come. Visit rdnewsnow.com for the full wrap on these stories and much, much more.